provided for the Pennsylvania Bar Institute in Philadelphia as well as Harrisburg. We did this, it was a pretty large presentation, so I skinnied it way down to keep it painless for you guys. Kind of the point of this presentation was to Growth Media is going to do social networking, I believe, and to couple with that, it was kind of our job as IT people to say, look, yeah, there's a lots of risk involved in social media. I think that it's good, but at the same time, you have to be aware of what you do. You're wide open to everyone that has internet. It is no longer just a small select trendy techies that are out there browsing the internet. Everyone is, and as we get more and more information on the internet, our bills and our credit card numbers, and I mean, it really is a volatile internet world out there, and you just have to protect yourself. Some of the advancements in computers these days is actually playing along well with allowing it to be usable. However, with that comes the ability to get closer to you from a attack perspective. Some of the biggest things are user-friendly. It's so easy to navigate through the internet these days that one wrong click, and as I'm sure many of you know, you have something on your computer that you can't get rid of and you can no longer function. I just wanted to kind of go through that and show that just because it's easy does not mean it's safe. Actually, it's contrary often. The easier it seems, the more dangerous it can be. So just be careful with every point you click. The personal computer today, the biggest thing I wanted to point out here is email messages. I can't tell you how many email messages I get a day, probably well over 100. Now, probably about 80% of them are work-related, but 20% of them with a very robust spam filter on our software, our email exchange server, still allows 20% of the emails to come in. So, just be careful. Links. I go into a little bit deeper later, but just watch the emails that you get. Most of the time, you will find when you click on a link, it will actually download a cookie onto your computer, and you will be getting more spam thereafter. So it is a progressive problem if you start to wonder. Curiosity killed the cat. This definitely is the key. Locking a computer, obviously, data encryption, wireless encryption. These are things that I noticed even connecting to the wireless network here at the Country Inn. There is no wireless security here. It is an open network. My administrator, just like a lot of the bigger companies, would probably not allow me to connect. I have admin rights on my laptop here, so I connected to it anyway. But certainly leaves me wide open to have someone scan my computer here right now tonight and could find things that they wanted to find out about what's on my computer. So just an unsecure wireless network like that, just to check your email or something of that nature, can really leave you wide open. Continuously connected internet. I have wireless at my house. I leave my computer on at home all the time, and during the days of when you had to dial up, it certainly made it much more difficult for a hacker to get into your system. But with the ease of constantly being on, bandwidth, ultimately what you end up with is a wide open door. So you have to use things like virus protection and keep those updated. I was actually having a conversation today, or just a couple minutes ago at the table. If you were to look at antivirus software updates in the log files, you would see that oftentimes, more than once a day, you will get updates from a Symantec or some kind of an antivirus company, because literally the threat is constantly changing. And oftentimes when they do something called a patch that is supposed to correct the problem, it'll open up a hole somewhere else. So you have to turn these automatic updates on, and that's part of the reason why staying constantly connected and having a good antivirus software go hand in hand. Social media networking, this seemed appropriate. I put this on here. There's a couple things I wanted to highlight. Obviously, you can read some of these ones, but the latest scam, I should say, for social media networking is this GPS. Literally, the mobile apps. When you download social media onto your phone, the GPS units in the cell phones now are integrating with those, and it's a default to set it to turn on. So now Facebook knows where you are on your mobile device. And I don't know if you're familiar with this, but basically it was designed so that when you are mobile and there's somebody that's on Facebook that's a friend of yours that's also mobile and you're close, Facebook will send you a message and say, hey, Harry's just at Martin's down the road, and you want to connect to him and meet for a drink. Well, that's great and all, but friends, not all your friends are your friends. I'm sure as you know, if you guys are on social networking, and they know where you are, they know where you're not, is more important. So the other thing, right along those same lines, hey, the family and I, we're going to the beach this weekend, guess what? You come home and there's nothing left in your house. So these are the common sense things that you really just have to watch social networking. Email, again, just having a common sense plan behind what you do with your email. Don't click on it. Curiosity killed the cat. That's 9 times out of 10, that'll save you. If it seems too good, or if it's enticing you to make that click, don't do it. If you don't know who it's from, don't do it, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to cause a problem for you. And just watch what you send. Snail mail, yeah, it's very, very slow, obviously. And email is very, very fast, but it's also, you can't pull it back. You send the wrong email to the wrong person, oops, so just be careful what you send.